Moving toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
The 40. 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's go.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Off the play fake, Mon. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Mon going to throw it. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run wide side with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Rodgers going to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up in empty possession.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Touchdown!
Dalvin Cook,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, They want to keep going, but when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
The Packers at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want a cart.
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Now a first down carry by Jones. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job. They'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On the delay, Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you call a downhill runner. And he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Come on, set.
Cook following the penalty. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it facing a second and long situation.
Here we go, set. On the ball.
They go play action here. Mod.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up fourth down now. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really have no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense. This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones
His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try and run right on the option. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Cook running right. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready.
Here's Mon. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Mon looks to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. On first down, here's Mon.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen with career touchdown number 70.
And the Vikings have cut it back within a score.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers to throw. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. First target, first catch, and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, it's Jones.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Here's a give to Jones running left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Kick 30. Jump out.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here we go.
Game clock setting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Mon setting up the screen for Cook.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down.
Here we go.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings send out their punter. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Now a draw play. This is Jones. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. An inside give to Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way back to the right.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kingsley Edenbarry. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run the counter with Cook. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That third down conversion good for 23.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Mon. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. And this is Cook with the grab. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And this one complete to Smith. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Okay.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Mond out of the shotgun. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond.
He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Touchdown!
Kareem Hunt from 8 yards out, and the Vikings are back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Ready.
Mond throwing for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now one score.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikingsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off. As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Kingsley Enagbari, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Darnell. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
Off the play fake, Mond.
And his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll run it. Here's Cook. It's a room to maneuver.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen.
2nd down and 5.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 27, Hahn. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Tariq Carpenter. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Mon going to throw it.
And this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Being chased out left. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now at Lambeau. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down.
The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
The Vikings on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Here's Mon.
And that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
26.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Mon now off of play action.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
On second down, Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They go play action here. Mon.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Tariq Carpenter.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
A good pickup there, 22. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point safely through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson,
75 yards.
and the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? To throw, it's Rodgers.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
He'll go right back to Tunyon.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Up the middle, Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
They find some open field here. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones,
41 yards.
and the Packers are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he powers his way up past the 30.
69 yards on the ground for him so far.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Here's Cook again. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
12 more yards there and another first down. Left side, Cook. And they go backwards here. Losing